Friday Night Fever is brought to you by CCRV, Thomas Fan Clinic, Mattress Firm, and Good and Crisp Chicken.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of the Friday Night Fever. I'm Alan Harwell alongside Jeff Dubroff. You know him, another big night of high school football playoff action.
Certainly was.
Yeah, we have arrived now at the area round. I mean, this is where it gets really serious.
It really does. Teams start to dwindle, but the toughness of the matchups, the caliber of the team really starts to step up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's where we're at now.
No more pretenders.
No. If you're in this spot, you can win any game.
All right, we're going to start in Floresville tonight. The Cal Allen Wildcats taking on a very good Kerrville-Tivy team. But before we get to that, let's run down the games we have.
Yeah, here we go. You mentioned Cal Allen versus Kerrville-Tivy. That's the game of the week if we had one. Those are two powerhouse programs that are absolutely on a roll right now. Alice and Brenham, the winner of that game would play the winner of Cal Allen Tivy. Beeville versus El Campo. Will the Trojans fall, getting their first loss of the season, obviously being costly if it is. Rockport Fulton versus Hondo in San Antonio. George West versus EDNA. Those are the 5 games we'll have highlights of, and plenty of other games in our final score updates. Really, really jam-packed show, but as I mentioned, that Kerrville-Tivy Cal Allen game, a battle of blue bloods.
Well, we can be here till 11 o'clock tonight. We're going to camp out here. We're going to be here a while. All right, I got excited. I got ahead of myself. Let's talk about the Wildcats again in Floresville tonight, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Taking on Kerrville-Tivy, a game a lot of people thought Cal Allen would have some issues with. Would they? Well, let's find out. Chelsea Torres is standing by live in Floresville. Hey, Chelsea, how you doing?
Hey guys, well, let me tell you this. It's pretty cold here in Floresville, Texas. It's been 50 degrees all day, but it started out a great night for some high school football here in Floresville. Kerrville-Tivy going against Cal Allen Wildcats. They've played each other before, 7 times before in the postseason. Last time they played was 2017, and Cal Allen won 31-24. So, how did it go tonight? This is the game action that you have. Tivy 10-1 with a dual threat quarterback situation, and Cal Allen is also 10-1, hoping to make some big defensive stops tonight. Now, both teams have met up numerous times in the postseason, but who will come out on top? Also, Danaher is looking to get his 401st win of his career, happening tonight in Floresville, Texas. Now, Tivy coming in hot. That's number 9, Panel up the middle for an Antlers getting on the board first in the first minute and a half, touchdown 7-0. Now, Cal Allen aggressive on their first drive, and that's a big run by senior Charlie Hill right up on the right side. That'll make it into the red zone, setting up a big touchdown pushed in by number 35 senior Riggs Barrett. Remember his name because you'll be seeing him again. They go for 2, but it's no good. Tivy is up 7-6. Cal Allen on their next drive with a big run by junior Jeremiah Earls. Watch him as he just manhandles each defender. No one can get him down. Now, setting up another goal line touchdown by, again, Riggs Barrett, his second touchdown of the night. Cats go for 2. Cal Allen will be up 14-7. Now, Cats defense hold off the Antlers. Cats will make a field goal, and now they're up again 17-7 here in the second quarter. Tivy finally making some moves, though, and that's quarterback Panel calling his own number as he pushes past some defensive players and flips in for a touchdown for the Antlers. But watch this, because Cal Allen will answer quickly with another rushing touchdown by Charlie Hill, just passing up the Antlers defense at halftime. Cats are up 24-14. How will they answer in the second half? Well, in the second half, it was the same song and dance. Cal Allen dominated. They end up winning tonight 53-35 over Kerrville-Tivy. They will move on, and I've already been told that Brenham won, so they will be playing in the Alamo Dome next Saturday night at 8 p.m. And later on, we'll have a really good interview with Coach Phil Danaher. Guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
I look forward to that. And by the way, Phil turns 71 young tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So,
happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy
nice
early
present.
birthday to Phil. Doesn't look 71.
No, not at all.
You know, so anyway,
still going strong. 401 wins.
401 now. So Cal Allen keeps winning, and never count the Wildcats.
Death, taxes.
So now we want to know who they play next.
Absolutely, and they're going to play the winner of this Alice Brenham game. Alice getting that almost just monumental win last week. How would they fare against a very good athletic BRENHAM Cubs team? Let's find out right here. Remember, all these games going on in San Antonio, so we had some friends in San Antonio shoot this game. Isaiah Aguilar, Allen, we know him, one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in South Texas. He takes it in himself. They're up 7-0, but I mentioned, very athletic BRENHAM team. Look over the middle. Garrison Weiss going to find Travion Britton, who's going to use his speed to take it the rest of the way. Now, Garrison Weiss, who's he got this time? It's going to be Jan Tusum. Watch him weaving in and out of traffic. He's going to find the edge. He's going to take it all the way to the big box. They go up big, but Isaiah Aguilar kept this team in this game. It was a back-and-forth affair. Both these offenses, very, very explosive. Aguilar takes it into the end zone again, but Alice, I think their luck is going to run out here, Allen. Right now in the fourth quarter, clock dwindling down. Look at the final score right here in the fourth, 56-37. Alice, a really good year. Remember, Allen, they were projected to finish 7th in their district. Look at this, 2 rounds in, it looks like their season might come to an end. Congratulations to head coach Kyle Atwood and the Coyotes on a fantastic season.
Okay, we are hearing maybe that they'll play that game in the Alamo
yes,
next week.
They're saying Saturday at 8 p.m. a rematch of last year's third-round game. Fourth round.
The big box. I've never heard that.
The big box.
Yeah.
That's what my dad says, the big box.
I like that.
Yeah.
Can I steal that?
Go for it.
Okay. All right.
Trademark it.
Okay. After the break, we'll head out to Port Lavaca where Roland Rodriguez is live with a recap of the Beeville El Campo game. We will have more for you right after this quick timeout. Yeah, I like that.
Long as 2 minutes.
And, yeah, you know TV.
I'll be in there with the boys.
Mic check 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4.
This is all rain coming down.
Friday Night Fever is brought to you by CCRV, Thomas Fan Clinic, Mattress Firm, and Good and Crisp Chicken.
Welcome back. Well, the Beeville Trojans, they're looking good in Chris Souza's first season.
yeah.
Undefeated, Allen, for the first time in program history. I've been saying it. They were my dark horse team to go to state. I've said it in every halftime show that we've had. They're facing a very good El Campo team, some of the best running backs in South Texas. That's a game that took place over at Sand Crab Stadium in Port Lavaca. Roland Rodriguez is out there right now with highlights and an interview with head coach Chris Souza.
Hey, thanks, Jeff, and thanks, Alan. What a night of high school football, not only here in Port Lavaca, but also around South Texas. But back here in Port Lavaca, what a game. 11-0 Beeville taking on a very talented 9-2 El Campo team. It's pretty simple. Winner moves on to the third round of the high school football playoffs. Loser goes home. Late first quarter, El Campo on top, 7-zip. Beeville quarterback Seth Gomez ties his ball game up at 7 with his 15th rushing touchdown of the year. Second quarter action, Ricebird strike again. John Trey Davis gives his team a 14-7 lead. Still second quarter action, El Campo not letting up. Charles Shorter finds the lane, and then he will find the end zone, taking a 21-7 lead. Rice Birds would add 2 more scores to take a 35-7 halftime lead. Second half action, Trojans not giving up without a fight. William Harper on the halfback pass shows off the arm. Jalen Spicer shows off the hands and a little speed. Touchdown to make it a 49-13 ball game. And this night would belong to El Campo. Your final score, 49-13. Now joining us after this ball game is head coach of the Beeville Trojans, Mr. Chris Sosa. Coach, it seemed like we couldn't get anything going in the second quarter, and it's hard to get anything going when El Campo, who's a ball-controlling team, just kept the ball.
You know, give them a lot of credit. They controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and we knew we had to do a better job. And you know, penalties and turnovers, those are things that you can't do against a good playoff football team. And again, like I said, give them a lot of credit. They did a great job, and it wasn't our night tonight.
Yeah, even though it wasn't your night, you know, your kids came out and they played 4 quarters of football.
It did. I'm very proud of those boys. We had 23 seniors, and this is the hardest part of it all is telling these seniors goodbye, especially with this bad taste in their mouth this last ball game, and that's not the way we typically play it all year long. But that's football. That's the game of life, and doesn't always go your way. So again, I'm very proud of our boys and what they accomplished this year, and hopefully they'll take some lessons with them and apply them to life later on.
What did you tell them? You know, what are you going to tell them on the bus ride home?
Well, like I told them, nothing that I tell you can take away the hurt tonight. It's tough. If you played football before, you understand this is a special kind of game. You know, but I'm very, very proud of them. They accomplished a lot this year. There's some things that people didn't expect them to do. You know, 11-0 season to begin with, something to be very proud of. And again, we just are thankful for the opportunity we had to coach these seniors and this football team.
Coach, thank you so much on a great season. Think about your first year here at Beeville. You go 11-1. No one expected that, especially with a new group learning a whole new offense. You guys came out and I think you laid the foundation for the next few years coming for the Beeville Trojan football team.
Absolutely. You know, we have a group of young men that are going to learn from this and work in the off season. And again, we thank the seniors for the leadership and what they accomplished, and I think, you know, you'll see some good things in the future from the Beeville Trojans.
All right, Coach, again, thank you so much. Congratulations, and get out of this cold. And I know, get in that locker room, talk to your boys, because I know it right now, they're hurting, and it's tough. It's tough. I know anytime you lose a ball game, especially in the playoffs, it's not the way you want to go out. But hey, Beeville Trojans close out the season 11-1. Guys.
All right, thank you, Roland. Good job, and congratulations to Coach Sosa. And
that was a great season. Really was a great season.
You know, you had mentioned that a lot of our teams, seem like all the games, many of our games are on the road tonight in the Alamo City. And one of those teams playing up there tonight, Rockport Fulton, with just an outstanding ball club this year, taking on Hondo. Let's get to their highlights in trying to get to that regional semifinal. They're playing at Edgewood Stadium tonight, again, in the Alamo City. And there's Hondo coming on. Here come the Pirates in their white jerseys tonight. We know about their great running game, and one of the big running backs, of course, is Garrett Loudermilk. Gets the Pirates on the board first with this short run. They're going to miss the PAT, but they got the 6-0 lead. Nowhere for Hondo to run tonight. Check out the Pirates' Chris Darnold, big-time hit, and the Pirate fans who made the trip up to San Antonio loving it. Pirates run the ball so well. This is Joe Franks. Look at him go. He's going to pick up the, well, that's the big defensive play right there. And again, we talked about the Pirates being able to run the football, and this now is Joe Franks has advertised. Look at him go. He's going to pick up the first down. They're going to move those chains.
Any of these guys can put up 100 yards in a night, Alan. Easily.
And they have done that on many a night, and this time it's Loudermilk's turn again, and this is a no-doubter. Pirates put up 56 points tonight. They win big by 30. Final score, 56-26, and they live to play some more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned that any 3 of those running backs, 100 yards easily. That's what makes that team so dangerous is the versatility of every single guy in the backfield. They can run all over the field.
The plan early in the season was to throw the football, but hey, why give up on a good thing, right?
If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, you and I talk a lot about Miller. We talk about Beeville. We talk about Refugio. Those are the undefeated teams. Obviously, Beeville fell tonight. What about George West, the Longhorns? They can make as deep of a playoff run as any team. Brent Cornegie has his team sitting at 11-0. They're forced to be reckoned with in Class 3A tonight, taking on EDNA over at Cuero at Gobbler Stadium. There's EDNA, the Cowboys. This is a very stout defense. This would turn out to be a very good defensive game. Normally, we see a lot of offense from George West, but here comes that early offensive play. Michael Upton, he's going to break a 66-yard touchdown run, and to your favorite word, he's going to take it to the big box.
The big box, I love that.
6-0 now. The Cowboys trying to get anything done, and they're going to break something open. Logan Carroll to Drake Tarver, 39 yards to the George West 21. And look at this, EDNA trying to make some offensive plays work. Here they go up the middle, but it's gonna be tipped away. Look at that, that's the play action fake that those triple option teams run. Great play by the George West defense, would have to settle for a field goal. And that's the only points that George West's gonna give up. They're gonna go on to win this game. 12-3 is the final. I mentioned a defensive struggle, but George West, a win's a win, and we mentioned at the top of the show, any team can beat any team. Any team is a tough challenge. You see it there. George West remains undefeated, 12-0. They head to the regional semifinal. Allen, I mean, that's a good team. It's a very, very, very good team.
They're going to make us work for several more weeks.
And we hope so. Stay with us, everyone. After the break, we're going to have scores from other games around the area, as well as look back at last night's Refugio and Miller game. This is the Friday Night Fever playoff edition.
Friday Night Fever is brought to you by CCRV, Thomas Fan Clinic, Mattress Firm, and Good and Crisp Chicken.
All right, welcome back to a special playoff edition of the Friday Night Fever. Plenty of other games from our area schools being played tonight. Let's see who is advancing to the third round and whose season has come to an end. Jeff, tell us all about it.
Sinton, the Pirates, Michael Troutman back home his first season. They get a win over Llano, 41-34 off to the regional semifinal. Go the Pirates.
We watched them last week win big. Ganado tonight ends London season. Boy, they got hot there, but it's a final, 23-16 your final.
Good year for London. They get their first ever district title over Odom a couple of weeks ago. Nothing to hang their heads about. Holland, they defeat Three Rivers, the Bulldogs. Their season comes to an end, 57-0. A great season for the Bulldogs, and saw them finish second in the district. Really good season by them.
All right, other action tonight. BRENHAM, man, Agua Dulce, they had a good year. Came off a little bit short tonight. They lose final score of 56-24.
One of the best seasons in school history.
Yeah, without a doubt. Of course, last night, Jeff, we had a couple of big games. You had the Refugio game. I was in San Antonio. Again, that we broadcast live against San Antonio Southwest. In case you may have missed some of the highlights, let's run them down for you from last night. Here we go. The Miller Buccaneers, I'm telling you, they just had that feel last night. Andrew Body, 34-yard TD pass to Ralph Rodriguez.
What a pass.
I know. And, the route was on. They would score on their first 6 possessions last night. Dragons are going to fumble the ball away here. Coming in, they only had 8 turnovers all year long. They wound up turning the ball over 5 times last night, and the Miller Buccaneers would take advantage of that turnover right there. This time it would be Body to Adrian Lloyd. And I'm telling you, they were up big. Actually, yes, that was him right there. And then, of course, they've got this great running game. Marcel Davis, look at him here. He'll go around that right side. Boy, he makes it look easy. He churns in for the score. And then Andrew Body, he too can run with the football.
Body looked locked in from start to finish. He looked absolutely fantastic. Maybe his best performance of the season.
Well, this is one of those games where the Buccaneers, they prevailed in on both sides of the football. And then again on special teams, they blocked a field goal attempt. They recovered a loose fumble on a kickoff, ran it back for a score, and they would go on and win big last night, 56-6.
I want to ask you, you were there obviously doing the broadcast with Paul Alexander. Did you know from the start, I mean, it looked like this team was just locked in start to finish.
They did, and I thought Southwest was locked in too. They looked, they had that, serious look at themselves, but once the game kicked off, Miller had them.
They looked fantastic. I mentioned Andrew Body, only 1 interception on the entire regular season. That was as good of a game as he played all season. How about Refugio, Alan? Refugio, number 1 in 2A Division I. They've been locked in as Dave Campbell's best team in that entire state region. And they're taking on Thorndale. This is a Bulldogs team, Alan, that really gave them a run for their money. They have a very nice power running attack. Court Cobble gets the end zone there. They're up 6-0. After this, watch the Refugio defense coming up big on a 2-point conversion. Thorndale was not messing around. They were trying to get as many points on the board as they possibly could. It was a back-and-forth affair, Alan, in this game. It was really good. And Austin Ochoa, he just recently committed to play baseball at UTSA. He's a pretty good quarterback, too. He finds Jordan Kelly, who makes a nice inside-out move. He's taking it to the house. It was 6-6 there. It was 20-20 at halftime, Alan. But great halftime adjustments by head coach Jason Herring. They're going to go on to win this game 49-20. They're playing the winner of the Shiner-Hearn game. We always know that Shiner versus Refugio game. Most years, winner of that game is going to the state title game.
It's on our calendar every year.
Every year.
All right, now earlier tonight we told you about Cal Allen. They beat Kerrville-Tybee 53-35. It's a big win for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
They advance on. Now, earlier tonight, Chelsea Torres had a chance to talk with Phil Danaher, and who, by the way, will turn 71 years young tomorrow. Let's check out that interview.
I'm here with head coach Phil Danaher with Cal Allen Wildcats. Man, a big win, highest scoring game y'all have had all season. What was the key to winning tonight's game against Kerrville-Tybee?
Well, we knew we had to throw the ball because they're a good defense. And our backs ran well, and our offensive line did an outstanding job. But we can throw the ball, and I hated we had to show it so much tonight, but I'm glad we didn't and won because we always kind of keep that in our pocket. But, no, our defense played great and got us the ball, and then we used the clock well, and that was a big thing. But all aspects, our kicking game was a little bit off tonight, but other than that, we played a good ball game top and bottom.
You really did. Spot on from offense to defense. Moving on to next week, any changes you want to see for next week?
Any what?
Any changes you'd like to see?
No, we're just going to get a little bit better on some things.
Coach?
We're not perfect. Okay. But we're getting there.
And, of course, 401st win. Does that even really mean anything to you? I know you tell me all the time stats don't mean too much, but you've had a great ball game. Not only that, a great team behind you to get this 401st win.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
That means we got one more closer, and we just keep going. We're one more closer to getting to AT&T. That's what we want.
All right, Danaher. I'll go and let you go and be with your team. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all coming. Y'all travel safely.
Alan, I'll go and send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Chelsea. The Wildcats live to play some more. Again, they will get Brenham in the next round of the playoffs. We have 2 more big blockbuster matchups slated for tomorrow. We will preview those games when we come back right after this quick timeout.
Friday Night Fever is brought to you by CCRV, Thomas Fan Clinic, Mattress Firm, and Good and Crisp Chicken.
Well, Alan, the area round of the playoffs, they're split into 3 days this weekend. Day 1 was yesterday. Obviously, we had those games we just showed. Day 2 wrapping up tonight. Day 3 is going to be tomorrow. 2 of our area teams taking the field.
You're going to be busy tomorrow.
It's going to be a busy day. Saturday afternoon.
I'll be sitting back, relaxing, watching you, so, you know.
Here, let's take a look. This is what we got. The Flower Bluff Hornets, they're going to be traveling to San Antonio tomorrow. They're going to be facing off against the Wagner Thunderbirds for the 2nd straight year. The Hornets season actually ended at the hands of the Thunderbirds last year when they lost 49-14 in the Alamo Dome. But it's a new year. Both teams looking a little different after losing key players from last year's squads. And head coach Chris Steinbruck, he's got his team ready for a very potential big revenge victory in the Alamo City.
We feel like we got a really good team, and last year, no excuses. Wagner's, a heck of a team, but we were really banged up. We had a lot of guys that were out due to injury, so we feel like we've got a really good plan in place, and we've been preparing extremely hard this week, and we're ready to go win a football game. We've got to be able to run the football effectively. No matter how good or how bad a team is you're playing, it's all going to come down to blocking and tackling. If we can get those guys blocked, we're going to be able to move the ball offensively, and if we can tackle, we're going to get them off the field. So, at the end of the day, fundamental football. Keep the ball away from their offense, sustain some long drives, and score points in the red zone. We got in the red zone 3 or 4 times against them last year, and we couldn't get points. So when we get in there, we got to score touchdowns.
Absolutely right. That's the name of the game, Alan. Score points when you can. San Antonio Wagner 10-1, very good this year. Their only loss coming to their rival Converse Judson. They're a 6A school though. Flower Bluff 8-3. Tomorrow, 1:30 from San Antonio Alamo Stadium. We'll have the highlights on Chris 6 News at 6, and if you miss it, I'll have them at 10 as well.
And, of course, the other big game tomorrow will take place at Buccaneers Stadium. The Vets Memorial will play host to San Antonio Vets Memorial. Buck Stadium, 2 o'clock. The winner gets Miller. The Eagles are 8-3. They've won their last 2. They have endured, I'm telling you, more than their share of injuries this year, but they're finally getting healthy. San Antonio Veterans Memorial is 9-2. They can certainly light up a scoreboard. Should be a very entertaining game to watch. Again, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock, why don't you head over to Buccaneers Stadium. There's the lineup right there. It's going to be a great game. Again, Jeff, we'll have highlights of that game coming up tomorrow night. Looking forward to it.
Looking for the sweep, I guess, so to speak, of the who's the top Veterans Memorial team in the state?
I don't know. Vets Memorial beat another Vets Memorial team last week.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
In case you missed anything tonight, we're going to give you an all-access pass. All the scores, all the highlights, the updated schedules are out, so you can go to our website here in about 30 minutes or so.
Yes,
we'll have
it should be up
posted.
there.
And we want to thank Good and Crisp.
Always.
Good and Crisp. We are always powered by Good and Crisp. And, of course, they bring us boxes of chicken. It's all gone tonight.
Always.
You went over to Cal Allen tonight, so you missed out on the chicken.
I know. It's gone within 30 minutes.
It is. And it's really good. So, enjoyed it tonight.
It was.
The expanded. We don't know what exactly we're going to do next weekend because we're still waiting for all the matchups and find out what days they will play. But I guarantee you, whoever plays, we will be there and we will have all the game coverage for you.
Really big night. Congrats to all the teams who won, to all the teams who couldn't make it. Congrats on a great season.
All righty.
Really was.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go out and make it a great weekend and watch Jeff tomorrow night highlights of those other 2 big ball games. Be safe. Have a lot of fun. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.
Welcome head coach Jay Seaver and the Rockport Fulton Pirates. 5 on top for the Pirates.
Friday Night Fever is a presentation of Chris Communications, brought to you by CCRV, Thomas Fan Clinic, Mattress Firm, and Good and Crisp Chicken.